very wobbly today. Off to the side.
You're wobbly or the phone's wobbly?
As in the angle of the phone was a
Not
wobble.
you.
Not me. Hey, how are we doing?
Alright, how are you?
Got a problem. Definitely just heard you tell the dog to go on his bed. He's been very disobedient.
He went on his bed and now he's come under the table.
I don't know where he gets it from.
Oh, he's a dog, so not from you.
Well, there is that, but also, you know, I think he sometimes copies the children. I think he's one of them, doesn't he? That or something else. I mean, dogs and cats, yeah, they're great. Cats are low maintenance, though, aren't they?
Days,
I didn't say I preferred them. I didn't
You
say I
didn't
preferred
need
them,
to.
but they are low
Do
maintenance.
you know what? When I met
Take
you,
care of themselves.
you wouldn't have had a cat for love nor money. You only got a cat because Eden really wanted one. And now look
And
at
she's
you.
a rescue kitten. She was a rescue kitten as well.
Lover of cats.
I don't know if it's cats in general
Or just
or
that
that cat.
She is
Our
beautiful.
cat.
Yeah.
I mean, she's crazy, let's be honest, but she's also very adorable at times. A bit like you. Where do I go now? yeah.
She was rolling around all on Eden's sheepskin rug last night like she was a dog.
Yeah.
On her back.
Pretty certain, depending on environment, people, animals start to act like what they see and who they interact with. There you go. Killed it. It's time to go.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, they do.
they do. So
I don't think that's like a new discovery.
No, I know, but it's kind of, I don't know why that's great. Yeah, look at me. All insightful. This is what happens when I wake up earlier and have another coffee before the coffee.
Oh dear.
It's going to be one of those days.
It's going to be one of those days. It's not, you're probably going to like work your backside off now
Yeah,
because you've got too much energy and then be exhausted
which is cool because I've got a list here.
of all the things you've got to do.
Yeah, so the list in my book is getting a bit. I've got my book already, but the list in my book was getting kind of a bit all over the place because I've done some bits and not other bits. So basically, I wrote it out, but I haven't actually ticked off what I've already done. So I've already got things done off here.
I love ticking off a list.
Yeah, look, so that's
It's
done.
very satisfying.
That's done.
Yeah.
That's done. Yeah, that's actually done and sent.
Sometimes before I go to work, I mean, clearly I'm not going at the moment, but normally speaking, I'll write in my notebook like the dates and all the list of things I've got to do. And that's before I get to work, and then there's other things, but that's my list. And then the satisfaction, I have pretty highlighters. Cross them off with my highlighter when it's done.
You do.
It's brilliant.
It is.
Makes me feel like I've achieved something.
Yeah.
And it feels a lot less stressy than going in and kind of everything just coming at me. Like if I've pre-planned it.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can take that a little bit further. There's a John Maxwell thing. I think it's John Maxwell, one of his books, about prioritising as well.
Like
Yeah.
quadrants.
Quadrants, yeah, 4 boxes.
We use those at work, but I don't.
Maybe we should use them because I love doing certain things to the detriment of doing the things I should do. So I like tweaking my website, but that's not necessarily going to help someone who's expecting a workout. You know,
I haven't done your workout, but check out my website.
yeah, it looks great. You know,
Super good.
I found this new way of putting a background on. It looks so cool. Yeah, but I like to be training at home. Right, fair enough. Sorry. But so it has, what is it? Critical and urgent, basically.
Yeah.
Urgent but non-critical.
Yeah. Not urgent or critical, but needs to be done.
Yeah.
I can never work it out. I just think 2 things, right? It's either can wait a bit till later,
Yeah.
or it needs doing.
Yeah.
That's how I do my list. But the 4 is a little bit too complicated for me. I sound like it's simple.
Because
That's
there's
why
a
I'm
quadrant on
preaching.
there that's non-critical and non-urgent, which I guess is kind of like the nice things and the ideas you've got. So for me, that's doing a podcast.
That was like you had no ideas.
Launching a podcast. And
Yeah.
another couple of kind of presentations with videos embedded that I want to do. And they'll be good and definitely useful to do.
Yeah.
But I'm also aware once I start doing a podcast, which usually with these things, once you've done the first one, it subsequently becomes quite a bit more straightforward. That need to then actually keep doing it. So it's making sure I've got time to fit
I think quadrants for you would be useful, or at least a traffic light system. Because whereas me, I'm like, this is my list of stuff I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll prioritise the stuff that I know needs to get done first.
Yeah.
And I'll leave the other stuff till later.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with I don't need any more than that.
Right.
Whereas you'll get distracted way more easily than I do. Which is weird, really. You'd think I was the easily distracted one.
It's true.
I am in some ways. Oh,
Nice.
my coconut oil is leaving a funny residue on my.
That's not coconut oil.
What's that then?
That's where someone's been doing some cooking and put the spoon into the coconut oil with something else already on it.
Oh, gross!
It looks fine. It's
I'm
fine.
not drinking that. So
Actually, no, it is coconut oil. It's dispersed. It hasn't melted. For some reason that must have been stuck on the side, and it's melted away. It's gone.
This is what happens when you put oil in your coffee. You get weird bits. But I like it.
Yeah. Oil in the coffee is a good way of getting some essential fatty acids into your body, and also it lowers the adrenal response to the caffeine, which can be a good thing for some people. Also, we have a little bit of cinnamon in the coffee because that is a great and very cheap. What's I'm going to say seasoning. It's a flavouring, isn't it? Cinnamon, naturally occurring. It's not a spice. Is it a spice?
Cinnamon. Cinnamon's one of those ones I don't. It is a spice, but then you'd use it in like baking.
Yeah.
So it's a confusing spice.
Yeah. So it's like a sweet
I think
spice.
people know what cinnamon is.
Yeah, but that also has great health benefits as well. I mean, not in the quantity you put it in the coffee, but if you drink 4 or 5 coffees a day and have a cinnamon swirl from Greggs. Oh no, that doesn't. It's probably not the same effect.
I don't think.
Not overall. Then there's definite health benefits to it.
Yeah, coconut oil, cinnamon.
Yeah, and it tastes nice as well. And at Christmas time, only in December, you can put nutmeg in because then that tastes like Christmas, but only at Christmas. Christmas is December.
I don't. To be honest.
Can we establish this now? Going forward. Christmas is December. Have your birthday, then it's into Christmas. None of this Christmas music in November stuff.
The problem is that I'm the one that buys the Christmas presents as a general rule.
That's fine. You can start buying them now, but spread it out.
So then I start thinking about Christmas.
True, but
so there it is.
There it is.
Sorry, mate.
I get that. That's fine. That's cool. But I'm imagining the guys watching this will probably agree with me, and some of the ladies watching this will be like,
right?
"Oh, Christmas is great. Let's
You
have it all
pretend.
the time."
Firstly, that's incredibly sexist. Secondly, you pretend like you're a total Scrooge, and it's Christmas is at December. You absolutely love Christmas.
I do love Christmas,
and you're more than happy when I start singing Christmas songs in October. You just like to assert your non-Christmassy authority.
Too soon.
No, you say too soon, but inside you think, "Oh, that's my wife singing Christmas songs."
October,
isn't she cute?
October used to be. It's not the same now because of all the digital platforms and things. It used to be the time for house music.
All night long.
Yes, because when it was all records and white labels and things like that, the DJs would play the songs in Ibiza all summer, then the record labels would sign them and then start putting them out in October. So it used to be the best time of year.
Pretty old, really, aren't you?
Yes.
You remember a time before, like, tape cassettes.
Don't remember before tape cassettes. I started with tape cassettes and vinyl, and then got into CDs, and now I've kind of not regressed, keeping that vinyl.
I think you've regressed.
Keeping that no. It's about keeping that vinyl side alive.
It is.
Yes,
that's good.
But I also, I have to acknowledge that I can't get all the music I like on vinyl these days, so I have to work on the digital side as well. Yeah, there we go. So that's me.
You can 100% expect me to sing Christmas songs in at least November.
You're going to start singing them today now after this.
I'm tempted. I was tempted to start straight away, I've got to be honest.
Yeah, it's true. It's fair enough. Anyway, yeah. Just a little bit of planning then going into today, at least the list, and see how we get on working down it.
I think that's the thing, is write a list, but then you have to stick to it. It's like with stuff happens, right? So, que sera, sera, but If you write a list and then ignore it,
Yeah,
it was pointless.
yeah. I've
It
realised
only
as well.
works if you actually
Hans
put it
popped
into
it away, which is cool. I have a clipboard with a plan of my social media, which, you know, because it's business focused, it's nice to have a plan. I've also realised that that's great having a plan, but actually because it's media, I need to actually draw the items together first. So I've got a new little system on the desktop now
Nice.
of 5 folders: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Okay.
to put the things in that land on the sheet. Otherwise, I'd look at the sheet and go, oh, now that's quite a lot of work to do to pull all those things together. I don't really fancy it right now, and then it gets put off, and then actually you lose a bit of the impact because you're posting at 9 p.m.
Do you know something?
Yeah,
I just completely zoned out of everything you were saying.
basically it was just an extension of planning. I was just using an example that I've done.
It's good.
Yeah, just trying to put systems in place. That's it.
I was looking at you and smiling. My head was somewhere else entirely.
That's great. Yeah. But it's fair enough. That's how most of our conversations go. But on my side, no, I was listening last night.
That's good.
Compare and contrast
Don't
different
really mind.
houses. Yes.
Don't really mind.
Don't really mind. No, that's cool. So, guys, listen to your wife, or at least put 30%, no, 75% attention into it, so you can refer back to it later. Remember when I told you? Yes, of course. I do remember.
The problem Mark has is that I really remember conversations.
Yes.
And so he'll say, you never told me that. And I'm like, right, this is when it happened. This is what was happening. This is exactly what I said. And this is what your response was.
It's amazing how different in terms of remembering who you are. You remember conversations and words. And then, but I remember situations and people. So
I don't.
I can, more than you, I can, recall people and where I saw them, context, all that sort of thing. It's a man thing, yeah. But I won't necessarily remember even the conversation I've had. And if it's someone I've only met once, I'll recognise them, but I might not necessarily remember their name. But I've got a system for getting around that.
My system is I call everyone sweetheart. It seems to work all right.
My system is to always attribute a certain set of names to basically anybody in any situation. So I can drive down, I do this with the kids, I can drive somewhere, I go, oh look, it's my mate Barry. You're like, is it actually Barry? Or is that just your go-to name? It's my go-to name. I do know that guy, I just don't know the name.
You couldn't call them Barry to their face though.
No.
You couldn't be like, all right, Barry.
I could. If we went to the actual Barry who we know.
Clearly.
Yeah, so that's all right. So Barry, Nigel, Malcolm will go two names. Barbara's the main one, just on the because it goes with Barry. Barry and Barbara for me are interchangeable between people that I know, obviously male to female. The funny thing was, there's a sad little part to the story. When we were clearing my dad's flat
Oh, that is fun.
after he died, we were donating lots of things to British Heart Foundation, and so the sister-in-law and I went down because she found where it was, and the stuff was in our car at the time. So we went down to drop it off, and it was a bit of a kerfuffle. The guy in there was really excited we were bringing all this stuff in. So then we got back, and because on the way, I've literally been doing my usual thing, kind of slight commentary of like, well, steady Barry, don't pull out of there while I was coming past, all that sort of thing. Here comes Barbara around the roundabout. Jessica, the sister-in-law, explains the whole situation in the shop using made-up names. Barry and Barbara. But Barry got really excited, and Barbara was telling him, well, you can't just take it upstairs, you've got to book it onto the sheet, make sure you know, get all the details. Genius, you see. I think it just adds to the flavour of any kind of story you're telling. The man in the shop, a bit boring. Barry at the British Heart Foundation, genius, you know, every time, works every time. So, you know, you can pay a lot of money for communication masterclasses and things. Just start adding names to all your stories, and you've gone way up there.
It's good, babe.
Especially if you're telling a story about someone who's done something not very nice yet. If you don't want to name them, don't use their actual name. Unless their name is Barry. Oh, man. Oh, that's why you have Nigel and Malcolm stocked up. Sharon and Tracy are good names as well on the female side.
I have no idea what you're saying, Levi. Malcolm. Levi said Malcolm.
There we go. So, covered environment, being a product of our environment, planning and
I don't think we've covered anything. We've just sat here and chatted for
how to tell
20
great
minutes.
stories using made-up names. It's amazing.
Good.
It's amazing.
I'm
What a
so
morning.
glad I got up.
No, you. Oh, okay. You said some great things. That's cool. Great things. Basically, you said John Maxwell, one of the kind of greatest business leaders of our time.
Should simplify things. Doesn't need all of those extra
Overcomplicate
boxes.
it. I mean, some of his books are massive.
See?
You see, could
Not
could
everyone's
reduce it
got
down.
time for big books. You just need to do it now. Can wait till later.
Yeah,
Simple as.
that's fair. Yeah.
Life skills from Hannah. You don't need a John Maxwell book. Give it to you for free, guys. It's all right.
I mean, I think in his 360-degree leader book, I think he tried to put in 3,600 pages. I don't know why.
Did he?
It's massive. That
Is
book
that
is
actually,
huge.
that would be cool if he did that.
Yeah.
Like if it, sorry, I would actually really appreciate that.
I mean, 360 pages might have been enough.
Yeah.
Considering what you're saying. I mean,
True, that would.
that's really where I'm going with that. So,
You might bring
So-
out the large, thickest book.
it's not the world's thickest book.
You might have.
He might have tried to. But, he's got a lot of good things to say.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Cool. So, on that amazing bombshell,
I'm gonna go and get ready for a run.
get ready for a run. Maybe the overall theme should be to simplify.
Maybe it should.
Try and keep things simple. And take great ideas and make them work for you.
There you
And that's
go.
it. That's it. Have a great day. If you need any help or support with anything, like changing a 4-part system to a 2-part system, Hannah's your girl. So give us a shout. Always good to chat and have coffee. So we're back tomorrow morning. See you then.